Hi friends, today we will talk about Nifty. Okay, we'll talk about Nifty. We'll talk about how to trade Nifty tomorrow. Again, this is not a trading suggestion. This I'm not a SEBI registered analyst, so don't take it as a trading suggestion. This is a learning. These are learning ideas. You can learn how to trade Nifty or Bank Nifty from this video. I'll not be talking about Bank Nifty. I'll only be talking about Nifty in this one, but we'll talk about some interesting concepts of demand and supply and how to observe where the demand is coming and where at what price the supply is coming, and then make uh, good decisions, good buying and selling decisions based on that. Right. So let's quickly jump on the Nifty daily chart. This is Nifty daily chart. Right. Um, Now, if you look at this chart, it's hard to analyze. I normally don't use any indicator, just the price action, but it's hard to know where the demand is coming. Some tops are seen, so definitely supply is coming here, here. Many bottoms are seen, so demand is coming. I did analyze something, and I'll tell you what I have analyzed and how I have analyzed that. Right. So I've made some channels. So you can clearly see that Nifty was this in this price band, in this falling price band. So even when Nifty was falling, it was clear that it is following this channel, right? So this was the price high uh, where the suppliers were selling, price low, the lower end of this channel where the demand was coming. So supply, demand, supply, demand, supply, demand. Now you can also clearly see uh, that this was a uh, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high kind of pattern. You can read about Dow theory. It talks about this pattern where a stock is falling, it will make lower lows and lower highs in the falling pattern. And so it was very clear that this pattern was being formed. We also see some double bottom kind of formations here. So you can see this double bottom, right? So this is first bottom and this is second bottom. Take brush. I'll say, this is first bottom and this is second bottom. And this is neckline. So it was like, complete W formation or double bottom formation. There are multiple patterns that you can see here. Now what happened? So when the price came up, buyers were strong. They broke this level, right? They broke this level and there was good run up. We saw how the price which went down to 16,411, it came up directly to 18,297. It was a very good run up, and normally it is easier to see which way the market will go, right? I'll just uh, delete these marks and show you that what does this wick indicate. So this is a candle, right? This is a candle. Those who don't know how to read the candle, this is a daily time frame chart. So each candle denotes one day. A red candle denotes the uh, that the market opened here, right, and it closed here at the lower end. Okay. Now let's look at some of the wick. This is a candle with the wick, right? So uh, it says that the market opened here at the higher end of the body. This is called the body of the candle, and this is called the wick. So market opened here, it went up, did not sustain, and came back down and closed here. So what do we see here? Market opened here and closed here. Right? The market went up, went down, but closed here. So what does this kind of candle shows? This candle shows that at the bottom of this uh, demand zone. The demand was always coming at this bottom zone, but at this particular point it actually fell down, but the demand came. So buyers were very strong. They did not want the price to go down this level, because they knew if the price goes down this level, the bears will become very powerful and they will take the price further down. So they brought the price back within the channel on the same day itself, right? So what is this? When I say that, note down the footsteps of the big hedge funds, the big buyers, or the big sellers. These are the kind of candles that we see, right? So we see that powerfully it was brought back, right? And then buyers tried to take forcefully up further, but the sellers again tried to bring it back. This is how to read the candles. Then we had the price moving up, again brought down, again price moved up, went up to the channel, then down, and then came here and successfully broke. Again, you see that price moved out of the channel, but again the buyers came into the power. They knew that if the price moves out of this channel, it will just fall bad, and they didn't want to allow that to happen, right? So it moved up and then powerfully went up, faced resistance at this point. Here you see that, slight resistance, slight pullback, and then again rally, and we came up to this point. And what is this happening now? This is, it appears like big fall, everything is falling. Like, what is this? Is not even a big fall, right? This is a very small fall. You can also try to put a fib retracement here. Now you see what is happening here. It's just a slight, retracement and nothing else to this level. It's not even a major retracement, so slight retracement that has happened. Now, what do I see here? I'll show you a couple of other analysis. So I also see this channel now. So when it started moving up, it started moving in this channel and broke this channel down, right? And I also see this price channel. So basically it was moving in this price channel, right? And here it broke down. It broke down with, and next day, and the confirmation candle came with a gap down, a big gap down. When it gapped down, then it started moving in this channel, but again got into this channel here and then started traveling. And if you see, it exactly moved up to the top of this channel. See, the supply came here, the supply now came here, moved down, and again you see the demand came from the bottom of this channel, and now we are at the bottom of this channel. We don't know whether demand will come from here or not, but we see that there is a tail here, and this tail shows that the buyers don't want the market to go down this path. Now we also see that this low today is exactly the low or the high that we made here, right? So if you place a horizontal line at this level, at today's low, you'll see that it coincides with this low where the demand came. So demand was coming here, right? There was demand. And once it fell down this channel, this horizontal line of demand, when it came up, the supply came at the same price. So this is the concept of demand converting into supply. Demand zone converting into a supply zone. So came down, broke this level, went up again here. Now this again, the same line became the demand zone. Here it was supply zone. If I write here, this was demand zone. Same demand supply conversion concept. So this became supply. So this went up and supply came, right? When the supply is more, the price will go down. It's a simple demand and supply concept. Then we started moving up. What happened here? It went up, came down again to this line, which has now become a demand zone. Again went up, came today to this line. And as soon as it touched this line, I told my friends today that there is no need to worry. When I looked at it and I said, oh, demand is coming from here again, right? So demand came, it went up. So this is a concept of demand and supply. Now what will happen? So how can you trade this? You can buy Nifty options. There are multiple ways to do that. First thing you can do is that you can buy it, if the market opens here, let's say tomorrow, then you can buy it and yours. So what can happen, sometimes it's not that market will um, just go up from here. It can, but normally what it does is it kind of goes down like this and then start moving up, right? Then move up. Why it goes down? Because it want to do a shakeout. What is shakeout? It want to make sure that the retail traders like us don't think that the market will go on. They become sellers. So go down, shake out the market, make everyone sell, and then go up sharply, right? So this is what may happen. So you can buy, let's say you buy call options here, right? Now when it goes down, you'll see big losses in your call options and you'll get out, and then it will start moving up. That's how market behaves, and we are always kind of running behind and making losses like that. So what you can do here is that you can let this price is 791, right? So let's say market open somewhere here, you can buy 17,700 call option in the money, right? In the money call option you can buy, and you can sell something like 17,900. If you're buying 17,700, you can sell 17,900 call option. How will it help? So when you are selling the call option, if the market shakes out and goes down, right, you will know that it probably won't go under this line. So this movement downwards will make your sell call option earn money and your buy call option lose more money, right? So let's say your buy call option is giving you a loss of 20,000 hypothetically. So your sell call option will give you a profit of, let's say, 12,000, right? So here at this line, what you can do is you can book your sell call option in the profit of 12,000. Now you're still sitting in the buy call option in the loss of 20,000, but you know that this is a strong point, right? This is a strong point and market should move up from here. So after that, if the market gives a closing below this line, then you can book your loss. But your loss will still be lesser because you have earned as well through your sell call option. And when if market starts moving up, carry your call option and it will give you huge money. If it really comes to the top of this channel, which I think it should, it will be big money. So that's one way of trade. The other way of trade is that wait here, let it go down or let it just rise from here. Now at this point, right, at this particular point here, you see that there was a halt here. So it may again halt a bit here at this point, which is around 938. So when it holds here and it comes a bit down, you can then get into a buy position right, in a long position, and you can buy a call option, and then you can ride this channel, because the confidence here will be more than if you take it here. But I'll take this trade rather, that buy a call option of 17,700 in the money, and sell out of money call option of 17,900. And let's say if market starts moving up and you have both the positions, you are still going to earn, right? You'll earn half of what you would earn only with the call option, but you'll still earn in this particular trade. Even if it is half, you'll still make, like, so this if this particular complete move comes and you take the entire move, this is huge. I mean, this is like probably 100 200% in the call option is what you'll get. But even if you take like half of it, it's 50. And if you are carrying the sell call position as well, probably you will earn 25% of your capital. But 25% is big, right? And this is going to happen in next 2 or 3 days, or maximum 4 days. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for your time. If you have questions about this, if you want to learn any of the concepts that I spoke about, do let me know. I'll spend time and make videos for you. Thank you very much. Bye.